Hey guys, JH, welcome to Practice Tea. Okay, it's still windy today, but it's not as cold as it has been, so I don't need my long duds on. Okay guys, couple of things. Now about the finished channel lock model. What I espoused the other day is where it is, where it needs to be. It doesn't really need any more adding to or subtracting to. I mean, it's just a matter of being able to sort of formulate the known values and tenets of that final model. You can make slight personal adjustments to it. Now, when I was saying that in the JH final model protocol, that I would always incorporate the preset of the shoulders. Now, for anybody that wants to do that, a couple of things that will help you get into that position and feel it better. And that is that when you turn that lead shoulder, try and feel like you're turning it to line up with your trail knee. Now, you won't get that amount, but feel that as an intention. I mean, technically, if I could get it there, that'd be great. That would be really great. And if I can get the feeling of keeping it there when I hit the ball, that would be even better. But really, guys, that's a really good key. It's pretty simplistic. Just think, okay, trail knee, which is sort of in line with the ball, and get the lead shoulder over that trail knee. Now, if you want to just turn your trail foot out a little bit to take a bit of the pressure off your knee in that position, that's fine. Now that's what I think about. That's what I key on. And not only do I think about that, when I get it to there, I want to think about keeping it there when I hit the ball. That's precisely what I want to do. I want to think about keeping it there when I hit the golf ball. When I get it over to here, just want to keep it there. That's what I want to do. And guys, when you get that feeling, I promise you it's a different feeling to anything you've ever felt in your golf swing, I think. It certainly is for me. And what is that feeling? The feeling is simply this, guys. That I'm hitting away from myself here. That this here is just blocking everything and I'm hitting past it like that. I've never had that feeling in my golf swing ever. But that's what it feels like to me now. And when I've got that feeling, I know I've got it right. And guys, really, the feeling you get off the face of the club is different. It's really different to anything I've ever felt. It's a different effect. It just, I don't know, I can't explain it, but the hit is so different and so pure. And I promise you guys, you'll only ever get the one shape of shot. You'll never ever get the ball going over here. It's impossible, really. If you apply the protocol the way you're supposed to apply the protocol, it's just not physically possible to come over the ball. You can't hit the ball over here. Why is that so? Because if I keep my shoulders closed here, how am I going to get my arms and hands going over there to hit the golf ball? I mean, I really can't do that physically. I just can't do that. So guys, just try and the other thing, guys, and one of our channel contributors, a guy from Australia, from South Australia, some great golf courses over there, and it's Ross from South Australia, and Ross came up with a suggestion, and he said he's doing it, and I think it's a great suggestion, and I'm actually going to incorporate it in my swing as well, in my protocol, because for me, being older, I don't have the flexibility that someone like Mr. X has got, or even younger. I mean, Mr. X is 46 or something, I'm 76, so there's 30 years difference in our age. But younger people would have more flexibility. But if you don't have a lot of flexibility in your hip, the hip extensors and all that type of thing, what Ross is suggesting is that in the preset there, try and preset your hips as well. Try and turn everything over there. Now that's a great. Now I've got everything turned over there. Now that's the first time I've tried that, and I got to tell you, Ross, it's great. It really is great. So for anybody that wants to make that preset easier, just preset your hips as well, or your trail hip as well. I'll aim a couple this way. So here's where we are, guys. We're here. Then we're going to do a big preset, and we're going to stay in that preset. You'll know when you've got the preset applied when you hit the ball. Okay, you won't have this much preset applied when you hit the golf ball, but you'll have an amount. And if you've got that lead shoulder closed when you hit the golf ball, you'll get this look about you when you finish. Like that sort of look about you, because this lead shoulder is blocking. And that's precisely the look that you will get. Got 4-iron here, guys. So windy. So here we are. Now I'm going to do Ross's hip preset as well. Don't get any better than that, Ross. It's a beautiful shot. But that is a beautiful shot. So windy, guys. That 4-iron's going about as far as a bazookaed 6-iron. It's a 30, 40 yard wind. Okay, so I'm going to put everything I can into this. And guys, what'll help you in getting that hip preset, and even the shoulder preset, is having a little bit of flex in that trail leg. Just sort of sit into that trail leg a little bit. If it's stiff, if it's locked up and you're up too much in it, two things will happen. If it's stiff and locked like that, it'll tip your weight forward. Now we don't want that. And the point that Ross from South Australia made from his own perspective was, he said, as soon as I turn my hip, JH, I'm immediately settling my weight into that trail vertical axis, which is what we want to do. So just keep that trail leg nice and softly flexed here, like just sit into it here. Now that's a very abbreviated type golf swing, guys, but it's amazing how strong it is and how small the swing can be. Guys, this is just an experiment one of the guys did here, a guy who's forever fiddling, and he heard that the Cobra had brought out their new hybrids the same length as the one length irons, and he cut this down to a 7-iron length. Now it's an old Cleveland Halo hybrid. It's a 23 degree, it's extremely stiff shaft, but this is 7-iron length, 37.5 inches. Now that's the same length that in the one length that Cobra have got in their new hybrids, and I think they've got an 18, a 21, a 23 or 24. But guys, this is actually 7-iron length. Now it's ultra stiff because it's been cut down, so it gets really stiff. But I got to tell you, now this is into the wind up there, and I was hitting that 4-iron before, and I know precisely where it was going. Now this is the 7-iron length hybrid. or 7 iron length, and that's gone. Now that wind is exactly the same as when I hit that 4 iron. That has gone on the fly about 15, looking at it, maybe 15, 18 yards further than that 4 iron. So that's about, I mean, if I hit it properly, I'll be 2 clubs longer than that 4 iron. So that's about, you know, what a hybrid should be. I'll see if I can really flush this. That was the first hit I'd had with it, guys. He just gave it to me yesterday and said, JH, have a hit with it. And it's got a big jumbo grip on it, so it doesn't really suit me that much, but it's ultra stiff. Now, guys, people will say, oh, you know, if you're going to cut that much off a hybrid, or off any golf club, the swing weight is going to be very, very light. But bear in mind, guys, swing weight is merely a logarithmic measure of balance in a golf club. The head doesn't get any lighter. Whatever the weight was in that head before I cut that shaft down is still the same weight. It's the same mass is still there. So a lot of people get spooked by the fact that they say, oh no, the head's going to be too light. The head will always be the same weight. It can never be any, unless you drill holes in the head and take weight, it will always be the same weight. So you don't have to worry about that. Now when I get in here, guys, I've got to tell you, it's very, very comfortable. Very comfortable. I'm not saying go out and cut all your hybrids down, but if you get a chance to go and have a hit with some of the demo Cobra hybrids, they're 1 length hybrids, I would suggest you do it, because this feels fantastic. Now they're just little, you know, warm-up shots. I'll give this one a bit of a twist and just see how far it actually goes at 7 iron length. I just killed that. Well, that's just flying over the out of bounds fence, and the out of bounds fence wasn't in play for that 4 iron. It just flew straight over the out of bounds fence. So that's carried at least 20 longer in there, maybe 25. I don't know. I didn't take a yardage from here up to where I am there. But it's great, guys. It feels fantastic, and you just hit it absolutely flush. Well, I could play this golf club for anywhere from 100 and maybe 165 yards right up to 205 yards or 210 yards, just by playing shots with it, because it's so versatile. Say you had a little bit of thick rough like we got here, and you just wanted to bunt it up there maybe 160 yards or something. This would be fantastic because it's so controllable. I'm standing in a hole here, guys. In a hole. Oh, killed it, killed it, killed it. Well, Barry's never going to get this back. He said to me, JH, just take it. It's too strong for me, you can have it. And I said, well, I'll give it a hit, Barry. So I've given it a hit and I love it. Even with this big old jumbo grip on it. Feels great. Yeah, so I say to my buddy at MMI Golf, Bill Phillips, Bill, if you're still using those single length irons, go out and have a hit with the Cobra single length hybrids, because this is the same length and it's just fantastic. Absolutely fantastic. Now I lost that in the glare of the sun, but I knew exactly where I hit it, and I just looked at the destination where I thought it was going to end up, and that's exactly where it went. That's exactly where it ended up, just exactly at the destination. So guys, it's a little bit of a club test as well. Hit one this way. Yeah, the glare is so bad here, guys, you just lose the golf ball. But again, I just look at I aimed at a post up there on the out of bounds fence, and my target's 4 or 5 yards from the post. I just looked at the post and the ball just ended up there. But guys, if you'll notice, if any of you guys who are really astute observers, you'll notice something going on here. I'm finishing like this. And that's because I'm feeling that my lead shoulder is here when I hit it. There's absolutely no spin on the shot at all, and there's no transfer of weight very much, or rotational effect in the golf swing. So I'm finishing, guys, like this. Oh, this here. Just getting, and that means that lead shoulder is blocking. That lead shoulder is blocking because it's set up in a pre-blocking position with the preset. Now see if I can hit this out of an absolutely unbelievably bad lie. Now guys, look at this. Look at my foot, it's disappeared. So that's down in the crabgrass. See how this goes. This should be fantastic at this length to be able to get that out of there. And it's that way. Now even out of that horrible lie, that's come out really well. Really well. Come on, a lot of preset. Well, it's just a beautiful little golf club. And you could do anything with this. You could use this around the green if you just wanted to just pop one onto the green. Oh, how nice is that? This could end up being the value of a couple of clubs in your set. I'll see how far I can actually hit it. The wind is really strong. Come on, James. It's a great little club. All right, we'll get back to the original point of the video. Just wanted to do that. Okay, so our preset can be a pre-hip set, and I completely forgot about that hip set. So we're going to shoulder set, and now we're going to preset. Now guys, if you want to turn your trail foot out, now what'll happen, if you get here and you just turn your trail foot out, immediately it'll look like that ball's moved forward a foot. But it hasn't. All I've done is flare my trail foot out. You're still in exactly the same position, and I'm in the same position. But I flared that foot out to give myself a little bit more hip mobility and preset in the backswing. Don't get any better than that. So I would suggest that you just try that little bit of foot flare after you've set up. Just try that. Get here, look where that is there. Just flare that foot here. It's different flight, different feel, even a different sound when you hit the ball. It really is a different sound. It feels like this. That's what it feels like. Feels like I'm sort of back slapping it. Now this is pretty rough conditions here, guys. Okay guys, that was just the point I wanted to make about you can preset that trail hip, you can flare that foot out a little bit, but you really want to feel that lead shoulder is over your trail leg as much as you can feel as a feeling. Okay, we'll do more on that as the days progress.